Hallöchen, Hallöchen, willkommen zurück. Ja, wir müssen jetzt erstmal irgendwie hier raus hier. Gucken wir mal, wo wir jetzt hinkommen. Raum. Ich glaube, das ist da, wo wir das beschworen haben. Müssen wir jetzt nochmal noch hoch da? Weiß ich nicht. Gucken wir einfach. Ja, genau. Okay. Bin mal gespannt, ob wir überhaupt wieder hier rauskommen. Was haben wir denn da? Das leuchtet so komisch hier hinten. Ah, okay, nix. Ja. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wo wir hier hin müssen. So. Kommen wir denn hier noch irgendwie raus? Ich weiß gar nicht. Was ist doch meine Aufgabe? Nee, das ist das. So. Fahrbuch. Okay. Ja, dann müssen wir halt mal gucken, wo die sein soll. Die nicht. Okay. Ah, hier. In welchem Bereich sind wir jetzt? Wir sind hier. Okay, alles klar. Wir sind auf dem richtigen Weg. Okay. Jetzt sind wir da, wo wir gegen den einen Typen da gekämpft haben. Oder Monster, was das da war. War das jetzt hier? Wartungsflur. Okay. Sollten wir lieber mal speichern nochmal. So, dann gehen wir weiter. Dürften wir jetzt eigentlich in der Nähe sein. Ja, genau. Och nö, wieder die ganzen Monster hier. Och nö, da habe ich keine Lust drauf. Ja, shit. Alles klar. Strengt euch an.
I have no limits.
Oh. You'll soon see about that.
Ach, schade, schade, schade.
It's over.
Und tschüss.
Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Dragon down! Let the marksman handle this! This one's mine! Lightning orb! Here's a healing cascade! Ready and ready!
I'll smash you!
Sweet
You're
now.
finished!
I'll be saving this one!
There you
Will this
are!
undo it!
Und Action.
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning condemned! Will this help? Ready!
Strike! Slash! Swallow blade!
So.
Take
Healing
this!
circle! Confiscated!
No escape!
Back into the fray!
Here I come! This one's all mine!
Und tschüss.
Not today!
There! Do it!
Ichigara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! They really made us work for that one.
Das ist doch wieder schon mal ein sehr guter Vorteil. Ja gut, wir haben ja auch ein neues Schwert, aber ich könnte mal kurz was gucken. Hier. Hier war das nicht. Hier. Nein, auch nicht. Da. So, wir haben 1000 noch was. Haben wir hier alles voll? Ne, hier haben wir nicht alles voll. Hier war auch voll. So. Mal hier, dann können wir das auch voll machen. Haben wir hier noch was wir vorher noch voll machen können? Ne, leider nicht. Aber hier. Kommen wir schon was weiter. Okay. Alles klar. Hinten sind auch noch zwei. Dann machen wir die zuerst. So. Da machen wir das hier zuerst. Dann ist das fertig. So. Okay, dann machen wir das hier zuerst. So. Dann haben wir schon wieder einiges erledigt. Auch voll. Mit speziellen Fähigkeiten hier.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Engaging! Swallow blade!
Glacial spear! Where's evil? If you won't bow at night, then you leave me no choice!
Now you learn! No escape! Swallow blade! I'll tear you apart! Swallow blade!
Glacial spear! Pierce the ear!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Aua, ist direkt wieder niedergestreckt worden hier.
Hear my call! It was nice to Glacial spear! Eat dirt in the wind! This one's mine! Maybe this one. Now!
Und tschüss.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Waren alle dabei? Nein, schade, waren nicht alle dabei.
No more playing nice! In the wind! Glacial spear! Here's evil! Not on my watch! Please let me
Take this! Healing sword! Slash! You're finished! Destruction!
Und ja, geht doch. So, nochmal 9000 Schaden. Alles erledigt. Neues Level, okay, perfekt. Gucken wir mal kurz hier rein. Oh, Wind. Daher. Nur ein Stern, okay. Ah, hier. Zerstörung, wow. Okay, alles klar. Alles Kliro. Dann gehen wir weiter. Ne, von da sind wir gekommen. So. So, dann gehen wir mal schnell raus hier. Ist richtig? Nein. Ist nicht richtig gewesen. verlaufen, jetzt sind wir gekommen, oder? Wo muss ich gehen? Sonst verlaufe ich mich hier. Da sind wir gekommen, wir müssen da durch. Okay, wir müssen da durch. Laufen wir jetzt richtig? Ja, wir laufen richtig. Wir laufen richtig. Wir können nur in eine Richtung. Möchte ich nicht unbedingt immer antreten. Perfekt gehabt, Glück gehabt.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two. Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegus is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd—
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegus from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegus right now?
Lenegus wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegus. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the lords and sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Okay. Oh, schon was Neues. das mir was bringt hier. Okay, alles klar. Zerstörer. Besseres Heilungsart. Okay. Okay, aber wir müssen noch einiges anderes da mal vorher machen, dass wir mehr. Ich glaube ich hier, ne? So, hier. Angriffsstärke und so. Aber ich würde auch sagen,
looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
okay, und dann ist die Folge aber leider schon wieder vorbei. Also wenn es euch gefallen hat, gerne ein Däumchen da lassen. Bis dann. Ciao.